From additional rain to a severe risk on the eastern parts of the Carolinas today, we've got big changes, including mountain snow and wind chills in the 20s. Hi, everybody. I'm Chief Meteorologist Chris Justice, keeping you updated on all things weather. Please like this video. Let me know where in the comments section you're watching from right now, and subscribe to this channel for more updates on all things weather. We've got a lot going on. You remember the storms that we had yesterday? Well, today there's a low-end risk that they turn severe along the I-95 corridor from really North Carolina to South Carolina through Georgia into Florida. The reason being is that cold core low is in the upper parts of the atmosphere, and it's leading to the chance for more storms rocking and rolling today. And new today, there's just a hint more humidity, just a hint more fuel. So there is a chance that we have a tornado or two in the eastern part of North Carolina. This would be really east of Raleigh, Durham, down through Wilmington and toward the Outer Banks. So we'll be watching that carefully later today, but primarily the threat looks to come from hail and strong winds. Let's help you map out your Friday. We finally made it to Friday. What do you have planned for this weekend? We're here, there, and everywhere. I got to tell you, it is going to be a big weekend for the Justice family. But I can tell you moving into this weekend, we've got much better weather, but you'll need a coat. Later today, notice that upper low doing its thing here. So what it does, it's going to spit out more rain and thunderstorms that are going to try to roll through the area here. This would be 3, 4, 5 o'clock. It will not be for everybody, but there could be some heavy downpours at 6 or 7 o'clock, and then moving on out about 7. So do know that you may get wet outside between late afternoon, early evening, just like yesterday. I just don't think they're going to be quite as volatile or as severe or as widespread as yesterday, but there is that chance that we need to watch moving into the overnight hours, early overnight hours. As far as lightning is concerned, I mean, I just don't see a lot of it across our neck of the woods. It's certainly possible, but we're just not as warm and unstable. How about severe weather? As far as cape or fuel for any kind of storms are concerned, we got a little bit on the order of 200 or 300. You really need closer to 500 to 1,000. But, you know, there's the possibility there that we get a stronger storm or two. And as I mentioned, if I look at the tornado parameter, it is not off the charts by any means toward the eastern half of the Outer Banks, eastern parts of North Carolina, but it's something to watch in those neck of the woods. No tornado threat across the western Carolinas. We'll be watching for some rain. And honestly, the wind that picks up is what you're going to notice. Look at these wind gusts later today. For some perspective here, there's Greenville, there's Spartanburg, there's Asheville. This map can be a little tough to differentiate where you're at with the colors on it, but I do want to zoom in and show you those winds, because later tonight, 6, 7, 8 o'clock, the winds will be howling in the mountains, 30, 40 mile per hour wind gusts, and you look at what that looks like for the feels like temperature. Let's walk through that, because by 5 o'clock, it feels like 43 in Asheville, feels like 60 or so in the upstate. Big differences from town to town. And then moving into tonight, those wind chills drop down into the low 20s, even a few teens, 18 here across the Tennessee-North Carolina line. Going to feel like winter into Saturday morning. And through the day, it just does not get warm in the mountains. 5 o'clock feeling like about 35 to 45 degrees in northern parts of Henderson County through Buncombe County, while in the upstate it's closer to 60 degrees. So feeling warmer then, but it stays cold into Sunday morning. In fact, Sunday morning may be a low-end frost threat for us. Let's look at that temperature. I'll back this up one and we'll look at it. Temperature on Sunday morning is close to frost. I think we're just above it, 35 or so in Asheville and Hendersonville. We're in the upper 30s to around 40 degrees. And then we're beginning to warm things back up. What happens here is this dip in the jet stream that's giving us the upper low right here is kicking out. And then a ridge of high pressure builds in. That means days of nice sinking air in the atmosphere. We'll have clear skies. Temperatures go up and down a bit. As I look at this forecast, take the 83 off. That's on Monday. That would be on Monday the 14th, that Monday there. But the rest of it, as you can see as I scrolled into screen, we're sitting Tuesday in the 70s, Wednesday in the upper 60s. Again, staying near normal temperature-wise. And hey, when we're talking about us being here in the heart of severe weather season, in the heart of bad weather time frames, I'll take I'll take calm weather any day, right? And that's what next week looks like. And we did gain some ground on the drought. When you look at the drought, we're now in a level 1 drought in most areas of the Western Carolinas. We were in a level 2 moderate to severe drought before all this recent rain came in. So that certainly is helping things by a long way. And then looking at the new outlook here, it looks like as we go through the 6 to 10 day time frame, that would be the 16th through the 20th, looks like we're going to be slightly below normal temperature-wise. That means highs in the upper 60s, lows in the 40s, just a bit below normal. But look what's brewing back toward the west. We got a big ridge. That will eventually move our way. So because of that, it looks like we're entering a dry streak. The next week looks to be mainly dry, and then you look at the 8 through 14 day time frame. This would get us all the way to the 24th of April. It looks like we're going to be below normal rain-wise, so about a 2-week stretch of mainly dry conditions. There will be a front here and there that gives us some rain, but overall, I'm not seeing any big soakers coming our way. And that third week looks to be building up temperature-wise to where we start to get a little bit above normal. But that weeks 3 through 4, something has to change eventually. This would be as we ring in the new month, May 2025. How did we get there? Please, somebody tell me how we're already in May. Crazy, right? Well, it does look like we'll get back to above normal rain chances. You see that here on the right side of your screen, and near normal temperatures. So when you got above normal rain, that tells me above normal storm chances, because this time of the year, it's not just rain, it's usually some form of storms. But I'm telling you, if we can get through 10 days of our most volatile, severe weather season without active weather, I'll count my blessings where I can, folks, because typically this time of the year is when we're starting to cook with grease as far as severe weather parameters are concerned. So if we can get through 10 days, just like if we were to get through 10 days of hurricane season without a hurricane hitting the United States, hey, I'll count it. I'll count it as a blessing for sure. Speaking of blessings, I hope you guys have a wonderful day. It's going to be a beautiful Friday. A few downpours here and there in the afternoon and evening, but then once we get past that, albeit a cooler Saturday, we're warming things back up Sunday, and both days just have lots and lots of sunshine. So I really hope you and your family have a great day, and I'll keep you posted.